Well, that escalated quickly. Wrestling Jesus. Wow. Can you spell patty bigger than this? Basically, long story short, I did a hangout last night, and basically the topic of the Lexman was brought up. Okay. Now, beforehand, I want to give you guys a bit of a background here. Before I was going to make the hangout, WJ wanted to have a party atmosphere and joke around, right? And I said, hey, you should do it on your channel. What we did was a little wheel thing. Spun the wheel, blah, blah, blah. Spun the wheel and it landed on Wrestling Jesus Hangout. He went, no, Jerry, go on yours there. Which, looks a little bit orchestrated, if I'm right. But, anyway, let's not make assumptions here. Basically, Wrestling Jesus apparently has a problem because he wanted to talk about the Lexman, right? And if you go to eFedis Raw, I have like this funny disclaimer, and I turn around and go, "Oh yes, it's that it's a little funny disclaimer thing. It's a little joke that I have, right?" And WJ like jokes around and stuff. He's like, "That's satire there, yeah, like fuck, blah blah blah, right?" So anyway, I go on the hangout. He's there. He goes to talk about the Lexman, and then he gets all butthurt and he becomes a little bit petty, and then he leaves the hangout. But the thing is, though, when he leaves, right, nobody knew WJ had a problem with it, right? Everyone was like acting normal. In fact, the chat was like, nobody was bashing me in the chat or anything like that. Everything was completely normal, okay? So, WJ then does his own hangout, and I go, hey, mate, you send me a link to the hangout, and he goes around and goes, we got a big problem there, Jerry. You there? Fuck, you won't let me speak my mind and stuff like that, so I'm gonna do my own thing, fuck. So, I'm like, wait, what? So, I try and speak to the guy, because, WJ, let's be honest, is a little bit oversensitive. I go on his hangout, he gets rid of me, immediately, doesn't give me a chance to speak. I go on his other one, he kicks me out. So I had to create another channel. He messaged me saying, you can go on there. And I get treated like garbage on there. And he was my friend. I'm like, he's probably drunk, whatever. We'll leave it be, blah, blah, blah. Treats me like crap, and he turns around and says, you could tell Alan to go fuck himself from me there, Jerry. And I say, hey, just sober up there, Wrestling Jesus. And, oh boy, did I strike a nerve, because he blocked me on Twitter, blocked me on Facebook, and everything else. He then started talking about my past and stuff like that, like little nasty things, so... it just goes to show you how much of a man WJ is, where, if you look at any situation that WJ's in, I've always had his back. Whenever everyone was against Wrestling Jesus, you have to bear in mind, everyone was against Wrestling Jesus like a few months ago and stuff like that, and I always had his back. I always treated him with absolute respect. But it's kind of funny to me, WJ, how you're very quick to turn on people. And now I see what other people are talking about. Now I see it for myself. He then said that I act like a big shot and I act like his boss. Forgive me if I'm wrong, WJ, but if anyone was doing the bossing around, it was you. With this eFed stuff, oh, Jerry, you better leave her, fuck. You better leave the eFeds there, fuck. And then, literally on that day yesterday, before all this stuff happened, he says, we need to get the hell out of here, Jerry. What's the point being on here, Jerry? Bunch of weirdos on here, fuck. Fuck's sake, Jerry, you gotta leave there, fuck. So, at the end of the day, I can go on about everything that WJ has done in the past, but let's be honest with you, it's not going to be any good to anyone. I know there's been a few people that have turned around and said, oh, Jerry acts like a big shot and he's this and that. Let's be honest with you, when it comes to the YWC, people have agendas, and that's just a fact. And, I actually kind of have to thank WJ in a way, because I kind of see now where this thing is going, this YWC thing is going, where people are fighting over each other for literal small subscribers. Like, it's, in my opinion, it's very petty and very hypocritical. So WJ, I'm not gonna make a 2-hour hangout on you or whatever, because I mean, who's the more sensitive one? WJ, a man that did a 4-hour hangout on me, or me that's literally gonna do maybe a less than a 10-minute video on you? So you have to look at that perspective. Honestly, WJ, very disappointed in you, mate. Always had your back, always. You know, people have this kind of thing where they're turning around saying, "Oh, Jerry has that ETA philosophy. He has that ETA philosophy that he wants to attack everyone and wants to get rid of everyone." Again, these are stuff that people all discuss on off our hangouts, and they have a little coup together. And it's kind of funny how certain people are talking about it now, but they didn't say it to my face. Now, there has been people that have approached me, and I've explained the situation to them, and that's fine. But it's kind of funny to me how there's certain people that like to bash, you know, stuff, and they don't go to the actual person. It's just my opinion anyway. But that being said, I think Wrestling Jesus is very overly sensitive. I'm not going to bow down to him and say, "Oh, WJ, I'm not worthy," or whatever. By no means am I going to do that, you know. I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm not afraid of any man, and WJ, you're no exception. After this video, I will have no mention of you. You can go your way in your little self-pity there. You can go that way, and I'll just go on that big exit sign on YouTube and just leave that, because let's be honest with you, the YWC hasn't been the same in years. It really hasn't. And it's time to spit some fucking truth here. The YWC in general is a bunch of people that are fighting over 100 subscribers. People have agendas. People have certain philosophies and stuff like that. There's been mention that I think I'm better than other people. I want to say this perfectly right now. I have given other YouTubers chances and stuff like that. I will speak to everyone equally. In fact, I've spoken to certain fans on off our hangouts. I don't have this feeling of myself where I turn around and say, "Oh yeah, I'm better than you." Like, I don't have that in me. And I'm not going to say the same thing for WJ, but to me personally, I believe that you're being very overly sensitive, and that's just a fact. That's pretty much it. You know, I'm just gonna exit out of the YWC, gonna leave. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey, goodbye. This won't be my last video. We'll wait till once once WJ, grows a set of balls. I don't know, WJ, do you want me to hug you? Is that it? I mean, do you want me to tickle your balls? Is that it, WJ? Is that what you want? Do you want me to give you a hug, do you? Fucking absolute twat, like. And the thing is, this is completely petty. Like, we're literally arguing over something where I turn around and went, "Oh, I just want to say this is a disclaimer here on the YouTube channel. Oh, well, fuck you. I'm gonna do a fucking 2-hour hangout on you, and then I'm gonna do another 2-hour hangout." Who's the overly sensitive one? And it's kind of funny, WJ, how you say, he likes to act like a boss there, fucking shit, and I thought WJ would be the last person I thought that would do this, but pretty much after seeing this, after witnessing everything, after seeing everything, I think it's time to go right now. But I want to leave one thing before I go, and that's to you, WJ. See, when all this is done, when weeks and weeks pass, and which you will, piss off everyone else in the YWC again and get into drama, I'll just sit back with my popcorn and just eat it and just watch you squirm. Because let's be honest with you, WJ, has anyone kind of noticed with this YWC drama that WJ's always in the center of it? Or is that just a coincidence? I got dragged in to certain drama because of WJ, which I didn't even want to. I really didn't even want to get dragged in this, but because I was WJ's friend, I stood by him on countless occasions. And yeah, pretty much I'm not angry at WJ by any means. I'm just really disappointed at him. And by no means am I gonna fucking bow down to WJ under any stretch of the imagination. I don't bow down to anyone. People know I'm right. and I know people know I'm right. I know some of his fans are going to massively dislike this video and stuff like that, but, you know, like I said, I'm going to make an announcement at some point this year. Might do it maybe on like a 6th anniversary or something. I'll make an announcement, said my goodbyes, but pretty much that's it. Done. I've been taking time off in the YWC for a bit, and I've actually got more shit done than probably what I have in a lifetime in the YWC. I'm currently 26. 26 this year. And I'm not I'm not going to waste my life on peddiless drama, on really people that I don't really know, to be honest with you. But even that said, like, I've always liked WJ, I've always had respect for him, but this here stuff is just very overly sensitive. Very overly sensitive. In fact, if you notice, with WJ Spectrum, he's kind of pissed off most people in the YWC. But then it's kind of like, if you actually look at the grand scheme of things, WJ, like, will go at someone, and then all the people follow him, and then WJ will go after someone, and then that person he's had problems with, then they'll attack them, and it'll be a vicious circle. It's like a vicious circle that I've noticed, and I've had to put up for it now for about a year. And by no means, don't get me wrong, I've had problems with people, absolutely, but I don't make a big deal out of it. I don't think about it every day where I'm like, I can't believe they made a video like this, and, you know, like, I mean, the only real big video I did was that what culture thing, which is needed, and apparently they're doing some fucking pay thing now, so I kind of seen that shit a mile away as well. So all in all, guys, I'd like to thank you all so much for your support. I know my fans don't particularly want to hear about this. A lot of my fans have supported me. They've turned around and said, hey, you know what, Jerry, this is just ridiculous. Absolutely. And in fact, I think even some of WJ's fans are a little bit like, WJ, what are you doing? Calm down, dude. You know? Like I said, I admire what the guy's done in the community, but very overly sensitive. Very overly sensitive. And I'm not the only one that's been a victim to this. Kyle actually was bashed. And he went, motherfucker, you want to say something, say it right now. Like, are you serious, WJ? Fucking hell. WJ has a few Bacardi Breezers, and now he thinks he's a big fucking hard man, like, so. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, I don't want to really bring this shit up, really. But I felt as if I needed to address this, because before I've just ignored it, and I think that's maybe made it worse. So I want to address the situation head on. I know this video is going to get massively disliked by WJ's fans, as well as other people. But I hope that explains the situation to you. You can even see the hangout for yourself. You can even watch the hangout for yourself and judge for yourself, really, like, who's the overly sensitive one. So yeah, pretty much that's it. Like I said, WJ, I'm not going to make another video on you. Whatever, if you do a response, whatever. You go your way, and I'll go straight to that exit sign. Open that exit sign, and go to the horizon. I actually kind of feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders now, because, you know, because WJ usually gets in drama all the time, and usually I'm dragged into it. Now I don't have that anymore. I'm free as a bird. Oh yeah, and by the way, see, for some of you, like, there's a few people turn around saying that, oh, Jerry's always been that ETA guy or whatever. Like, if you honestly believe that, you guys don't know me that well, and, you know, due to the situation, I know who my friends are now. I really do. I really know who my friends are, so yeah, that's pretty much it. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is General Jerry on the General Jerry channel. Signing out. Adios, amigos.